Good afternoon, dear friends. This is Chef Sergey Ligai with you, and the company Moreodor. And today we're making a very interesting recipe. The very same tom yum with Vannamei shrimp from the Red Sea, from Saudi Arabia. So, shall we get started? What do we need? First of all, these very famous shrimp from the Red Sea. These Vannamei shrimp come from Saudi Arabia and are raised under the supervision of the King of Saudi Arabia himself. That's why their quality is truly outstanding. So, shall we get started with the cooking? Alright, the shrimp are very easy to clean. For this, we need to remove the head. Next, using scissors, we cut the shell all the way down and easily peel the shrimp completely from the chitin shell. We won't need it. Remove the intestinal tract. The shrimp is ready. Alright, the shrimp are cleaned. Let's move on. We'll need shallots. The shallots need to be sliced very thinly. We put the onions into a saucepan. Add some refined vegetable oil and start sautéing the onions. Add the ready-made tom yum paste here. Many experts say that cooking with paste isn't authentic, that you should use the basic spices. We'll add all the basic spices as well. We've got galangal, ginger, lime, kaffir lime leaves, and chili peppers, the real Thai kind. But believe me, you won't be able to achieve that same broth richness and depth of flavor just using the basic spices without grinding them into a paste. Besides, the paste contains one special spice that's very hard to find in Russia. The shrimp powder. That's ground roasted chitin from tiny shrimp. And that's what gives it that unique flavor. Without it, it's very, very hard to achieve an authentic taste. So don't hesitate to use ready-made paste when making tom yum. Alright, our ingredients are nicely sautéed. Let's crush the garlic, chop it up, and add it to the rest of the mixture. We've already prepared a rich fish broth in advance. To make the fish broth, we took fish heads and bones and simmered them for 3 hours over medium heat, constantly skimming off the foam so the broth would be clear, without any impurities or flakes. Alright, and while our broth is coming to a boil, let's peel the galangal. A lot of people ask, what kind of root is galangal, and is it really necessary to add it? Galangal is a close relative of ginger. It has a more pronounced astringent taste, but unfortunately, a weaker aroma. That's why, as a rule, when I make tom yum, I add both galangal and ginger. Next, we need to cut it into thin strips and add it to our soup. We'll do the same with the ginger. Alright, next we'll need cherry tomatoes. We'll just cut them in half. Let's prepare the oyster mushrooms. We'll tear them into segments. Perfect. Our soup is coming to a boil. It's common to see in tom yum recipes that people add either champignons or straw mushrooms. Some even add shiitake mushrooms sometimes. But let me warn you right away, while champignons have a rather mild mushroom flavor, straw mushrooms are even milder, about the same as oyster mushrooms. Shiitake have a very strong flavor, and they really change the taste of tom yum, shifting it somewhat, I'd say, in a Chinese direction. That's why in this recipe I recommend not using shiitake, but rather neutral mushrooms, either oyster mushrooms or straw mushrooms. It depends on what you can find at the market. Alright, it's time to add the mushrooms. We have this wonderful herb. It's called lemongrass. And that's actually incorrect. Lemongrass is an endemic plant from the Far East. It's a completely different herb. This one is called lemongrass, or lemongrass in translation. We'll cut it into large strips and add it to our soup. The taste of tom yum won't be vibrant if you don't add extra chili to it. But again, it's all up to your taste. After all, the ready-made paste already contains pureed chili. Try it before adding more. If you still find it not spicy enough, then add chili to your taste. Another essential ingredient is kaffir lime leaves. If you rub them between your fingers, they release a very rich, very interesting citrus aroma. we'll break the leaves, rub them, and add them to our soup. It's not an edible spice. It's used much like a bay leaf. Added to the soup a few minutes before it's done. It gives off all its wonderful aroma, and that's it. We remove it from the bowl just like we do with bay leaves. So, another highlight is lime juice. How could we do without it? We need lime juice for two things. First, the acidity really brings out the flavor of tom yum. And most importantly, the acidity will somewhat neutralize the overly strong taste of the fish sauce. That's another ingredient in our tom yum. Since we have a lot of ingredients with very strong flavors, sour, spicy, salty, lemongrass, and lime juice are responsible for the acidity. Chili gives us the spiciness, and fish sauce provides the saltiness. But we're missing the fourth flavor. After all, almost all Asian dishes are based on the balance of four flavors: spicy, sweet, salty, and sour. So we need to add a bit of sugar. We're adding cherry tomatoes. Well, dear friends, we've added all the main ingredients to our tom yum. All that's left is to add the shrimp. We add the shrimp at the very end because we absolutely can't overcook them. We all know that seafood cooks very quickly, especially delicate ones like scallops, squid, and shrimp. No more than at most 1.5 minutes. Done. The shrimp are in. There's just one last thing to decide. This is the crucial question. Should we add coconut milk to the soup? Many authentic restaurants in Thailand either don't add coconut milk at all or serve it on the side because they know that Farangs, that is, all of us foreigners visiting Thailand, can rarely handle the spicy soup the way it's made in Thailand. The flavor is just too intense, and usually it's extremely spicy. Coconut milk really helps to smooth out all those sharp edges. It tones down the excess acidity and spiciness, bringing everything together and balancing the flavors. That's why I suggest we make it the way most of us like it. So we're definitely going to add coconut milk to our soup. Now we bring it to a boil, and I can officially declare that our soup is ready. Next, we'll pick a few sprigs of cilantro for garnish. Let's choose the ones that are a bit clear. I'll also set aside some more sprigs and finely chop them. Alright, shall we start assembling the soup? Alright. Oh, wonderful. What a rich color and aroma. Too bad the camera can't capture that. Now we'll add the chopped cilantro and top it off with some cilantro leaves. Why did I add it in this combined way? It's the finely chopped cilantro that gives off the best aroma. Its flavor is released immediately and complements the overall bouquet of spices. And the leaves, basically, are mostly for decoration. Now we add a sprig of lemongrass. Let's serve the rice. A wedge of lime and some chili pepper, for those who are real spice lovers. Well, dear friends, our dish, the very same tom yum with Vannamei shrimp from the Red Sea, from Saudi Arabia, is ready. Highly recommended. Make this dish. You're going to love it. Here's the full list of all the ingredients we used to make our dish. Let us know in the comments if you liked our tom yum. Subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for new recipes. And also write in the comments what other recipes you'd like to see with Vannamei shrimp from the Red Sea, from Saudi Arabia. This was Chef Sergey Ligai and the company Moreodor with you.